Right now in the UK, it seems like a lot of people are struggling with the cost of living crisis, especially migrants. The rising cost of living right now in the UK is scary and people are complaining bitterly. I recently came across a video of a guy in London who was lamenting bitterly about everything. You could feel it, like this was from his heart, about everything going on and how he's not coping very well. In fact, he's living on the negative. So I'll play the video for you guys shortly where we'll go straight into it.
I live in Croydon. I've got a 2-bed flat that I'm paying £13.50 for. When I start calculating all of my extra expenses, okay, so, and I always like to do the math, so £13.50, you add another £100 for council tax, that's £14.50. Add another sort of £2.50 free bills for your electric, water, and all of that, and gas. That's now £14.50, let's call it £16.50, yeah? Talk about food, let's call it what, £200 a month? That's £18.50. Let's talk about transport, £50 a week, another £200. That's £2,050. Yeah. Remember, I haven't bought any clothes. I haven't done anything yet. I'm on £2,050. What else I may have missed out? Let's say I've got a car. You know, the typical thing nowadays is to finance or lease. Let's call it £2,450 now. That's for your lease for your car. Now you've got to talk insurance. Call it another £100. I'm on £2,550. I haven't done anything fancy yet. Now, what is that salary-wise after tax? That's like a 40k salary. You're just paying your bills.
Now, after watching this video, I'm sure you could feel that this was really coming from his heart, like, because honestly, just looking at the way he talks, you could feel his pain. You could feel that, this is getting scary. Now, let me show you open to everybody watching this video right now. Can you relate to this? Are you spending more or less than this guy in this video, right? What's your cost of living expense like right now? Because I know that almost everybody's cost of living expenses have gone up. See, with the way this guy was lamenting and the fact that a lot of people could relate to it is something that is worrisome. So I decided to just share some things that is helping me, and I know that might help as many people as possible as well, right? Especially as migrants abroad. Before we continue, I just want to introduce you guys quickly to the sponsors of today's video, LemFi. LemFi is a reliable app that you can use to send money to your loved ones, your family and friends in Africa for free. It allows you to send money to Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Benin, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda at 0 fees. There are no hidden charges, and they have the best rates you can find in the market. And guess what, guys? LemFi is bringing something exciting for everyone this season. It's a Dirty December giveaway. So you can win a return ticket to Nigeria this Christmas. So not only do you have to send money to Nigeria to your loved ones using LemFi, you can as well visit them in person, and LemFi will take care of all your expenses, okay, your travel expenses. How does that sound? So to qualify, I'm going to leave all the details on the screen. If you participate, then you stand a chance to win. I wish you guys all the best. Please keep sending money with LemFi, and don't forget to use my code Tochi, because you're definitely going to get a 15% cashback on your first transactions above £100, capped at £50. So guys, back to the video. Now, the first thing is, whether you are in the UK or you plan to move to the UK anytime soon, you must have a realistic plan. Have a plan that works. See, this is not the time for you to just move to somewhere because people are doing it or to follow the crowd. This is not the time for that. Things are getting really difficult. It's getting really tough. So if you must cope, if you must survive through this season, you have to have a thorough plan, right? If you want to move to the UK, for instance, right now, you have to do your thorough research. It's very easy. You can just stay anywhere you are in the world and know the prices or the cost of houses in the area you plan to move to, right? You can have an idea of how much it costs. That way you can plan yourself very well. You have an idea and know, okay, you know, what you're likely to earn and how much you're likely to spend on accommodation, because accommodation takes a huge chunk of one's income. If you watch this video very well, you will see that the money he spends on accommodation monthly is the highest, right, from everything that he gave that he spends monthly. So you know that accommodation, you have to live somewhere, right, at the end of the day, except you want to live under the bridge, which is not possible. So you have to be strategic with where you live. This is very, very important. If you can avoid London, please do so, because London is very expensive, so that you can stay in places that are way cheaper and can help you save. There are people that live in 2-bed houses, 3-bed houses outside of London and are paying way less and are even, more comfortable than those who are living in London and paying quite a high amount of money. People earn different things. He, in that video, says he earns about £40,000. There are people who don't even earn up to that amount of money, right? So if he's complaining with £40,000, obviously there are people that earn more, but if somebody that earns £40,000 is complaining, how about people that earn low? What are they going to do? So imagine you're earning way less than that and you're living in London or close to London or places that are way expensive. How are you going to cope, especially in this season that everything is expensive? I went to shopping recently and guys, I almost cried because the price of everything is just going up. And the annoying thing is, if you go today and meet a particular price, if you go tomorrow, it has increased and it keeps increasing, and it's making me wonder, like, when will this stop? Is this going to stop anytime soon? Will the prices even come down anytime soon, or will it just continue to go up even when we know that salaries are not increasing the way the prices of goods and services are increasing? So we all have to be strategic and be realistic with everything we are doing right now. If you can, stay away from those expensive cities, right? Move to cities that are way cheaper. That way you can save up some money, on accommodation as well. And if you're not able to, like, if you didn't have a choice and you've lived there for a while, please try and move away, especially if you are done with your study, if you're there to study, or even if you're working, you can still find a job outside of London, or somehow just try and move away from those expensive places so that you just be fine and cope with this season or manage very well. Also, there's another takeaway from that video. The thing is, I don't know if he's single, but from what he said, it sounded like he was single, or he is a single guy. And after watching that video, in my head, I'm like, if you're single, you have no business with a 2-bed house, especially for a start, right? There are very good, like, affordable houses, good and comfortable houses you can stay as a single person with, all bills inclusive houses and all of those things that you can stay and be fine. That can help you save up, right? Except you have a family or you have a spouse, and then your spouse should also be working, so that can help you both just live fine. By the time you combine the both incomes, then you'll be fine. Yes, people's priorities are different. What makes people happy are different. It's possible that he wants to live in a comfortable house as a single guy. That's fine. But if you ask me, I would say that if you're just starting life, I don't see a reason why you should be going for those big houses when you can go for a smaller house and still be fine and save up that money. With time, probably when you get married and have children, then you can expand. You can go to a bigger house, that'll be comfortable for your family. Another thing is, he mentioned that he has a car because he talked about car finance and all of that. Then again, I would say, as a single guy living in London, what are you doing with a car? Right? When the transportation network in London is very good. I've visited London a couple of times. I know people that live in London that say they don't have a need for cars. Even people with families that keep saying that they haven't seen the need to own a car because they live in London, and the transportation network in London is very good, right? So to me, if people with families do not see the need to own a car living in London, why or what is a single guy doing with a car and adding that car finance on top of all his expenses? Ask me, this is what I would say, like, you can just leave all those things for now and save up as much money as you can this season. With time, when you're able to find a balance, then you can go for all those things, because how can you be spending so much money on all of these things that you don't really need and be living on negative every month when you can easily cut them off and save money? You get what I mean? Then the next thing that comes to mind is thinking how you can increase your income. Like, how do I increase my income, my earning power, my earning potential? What can I do? Look around you and just know, because right now we all know that salaries alone, doing one job and earning a particular amount of money every month, does not cut it. Like, it does not solve the problem at this point. If you are just depending on your salary, living from paycheck to paycheck, you might find it very difficult. Like, you might struggle this period. So you have to think about side hustles, think about upskilling and other things that you can do to help you. See guys, having a side hustle right now it cannot be overemphasized. Everybody, I mean every single person, especially migrants living in the UK, we all need side hustles to survive. So please and please, how do you increase your earning potentials? You should be thinking progressively. Everybody has to. As I'm talking to you now, I'm talking to myself as well. I know a lot of side hustles that people around me are doing and it's working for them. If you want me to share for you guys, I will do that. And I'm also going to do a thorough research to give you guys more and things that can help every one of us living as migrants in the UK. So please, if you're interested in side hustles or businesses we all can do as migrants to make extra cash, please let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely work on that. You guys trust me, right? Then the next thing is to cut costs. Like, as much as possible, try and reduce the things that you don't need. There's some things that probably you used to do before that worked for you that you know that you don't need right now. Cut them off, okay? Avoid buying things on credit as much as possible, because guys, the credit system is very good here and it's very enticing, but at the same time it is deceitful, very, very deceitful. And if you're not careful, you're going to be living in debt and running on negative every month. So if you don't have need for things, don't buy them. Charity shops have good items and they give good deals. You can get good deals in charity shops. Sometimes you don't even need brand new things sometimes, okay? Charity shops sell wonderful things, wonderful clothes, wonderful furnitures, beautiful, and even new things sometimes if you're lucky enough to meet new things in their stores. And they are way cheaper. Way cheaper than you will get the new ones, right? So use those stores. They are there for us, okay? They set it up for us to patronize, so why not walk into them and do your shopping most times? Yeah. So, and there are other affordable stores as well. Try to patronize them, because see, let's find ways to save costs. So look around you, look at the things that you can forgo, set your priorities right, and see the things that you can let go and stop buying. We have done that. A lot of things that we used to buy and that we don't buy anymore. Everybody just find a way to cut off things that you really don't need. Maybe when things get better, when your finances balance out, then you can begin, using those things or buying those things again. What I tell myself sometimes is, if I don't buy this thing this month, will anything happen? And if the answer is no, then I wouldn't buy it. Especially because I know I don't need it. And if I don't buy it, nothing will happen. I will still live. I will be happy because I have saved costs, right? I've saved some money on that thing that I did not buy. We need to save as well to be able to do other things, because that's what life is all about. You cannot just be living to pay your bills. Just like we saw from the video that we just watched about the guy. He was rolling on the negative because he said that he hadn't even done most of the things that he needs to do as a human being. And if you watch that video closely, you will know that there were some things that he didn't even mention. There were some expenses like his phone bills and some other expenses that he didn't really mention, which I'm sure maybe he forgot. Right? So if you look at it, he's running on the negative. How much is one salary that you'll be spending so much money every month and be running on negative? How would you even survive running on negative every month? Like, how can somebody live like that? How can somebody cope through this season living running on negative? At the end of the month, you have nothing left to do anything for yourself. Talk more of saving. So we have to do all we have to do to just strike a balance in life, right? Like, this cost of living crisis right now is real and everybody's affected. So I decided to share because this was a wake-up call for me and I hope it is for you as well. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.